What's up everybody, my name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today we're talking to Nike Air Force One Medium Ash. So stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still support.
Alright man, I'm back with another video. Now before I get too deep into this video, you'll already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I make content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, we're talking to Nike Air Force One Medium Ash. All right, man, we're gonna be keeping things very simple over here today. We're gonna be answering the basic old question. Are they drip or skip? Let's just keep it there. All right, so first things first, these are set to release September 2nd, to the best of my knowledge, coming in a retail price of $130, right? Okay, and of course, you know the kid, glance at the resale price, and right now, look like they're currently sitting right at retail, averaging the same price, right at $130 and up, depending on the size, right? Okay, now this shoe, at first glance, man, I will say this, as much as a big Air Force One fan I am, these right here stood out to me, not necessarily in a bad way, but also not necessarily in a good way, because I do just prefer the OG classic colorways. Now, at this point, you're saying, well, Jeremy, this shoe got this one. Right, okay, it does slightly because it's an all black shoe for the most part, but I guess we can see where they got the name Medium Ash on there. Now, I'm also seeing floating around that they're calling these the Metalwork, right? Okay, and if I'm assuming it's because that, if you look at the swoosh, right? Okay, I was gonna say the Nike check, but I have been corrected several times that, hey, yo, it's a swoosh. It's not a Nike check. You don't know anything. I got that, right? Okay, so we're gonna say Nike swoosh. You can see that it actually has screws in it, right? Okay, so I'm assuming that's where the metal comes. Now, if you look at the tongue of the shoe as well, they have screws up on that as well, too. So it looks like that's where they also are getting the nickname like Metalwork. Now, if I look at the actual colorway on the sneakers app, I believe it's Anthracite and black, right? Okay, but to be honest, I can see why also people are probably nicknaming these the Medium Ashes, because to be honest, the shoe just looks overall like an ashy black shoe, right? Okay, it's just, do you prefer the simple all black Air Force One, or would you like a little bit of, I guess, quote unquote creativity on these right here? Now, another thing that stood out to me on this shoe is the rope laces that they're coming with. Now, it's not those overly fat rope laces that we've been seeing a lot of people do custom with Air Force Ones, which in my opinion don't look bad. And I think even Tech has actually done an own version of rope laces too as well, how they're gonna do it where you don't even have to destroy the shoe. But to me, it just seems like it's not worth the work. So I guess Nike said, hey, we're gonna make some own official like rope laces and show you guys how it should be done. Now, me personally, I don't think it should have rolled out in this particular shoe, but it doesn't look bad to have these rope laces in there. They're just not as thick compared to what we've been seeing, what people have been trying to do to kind of duplicate something that Nike hadn't really technically put out, unless you count the Travis Scott SB Dunks, right? Okay, now those had rope laces and they were a little bit fat, but they also worked with the Travis Scott sneaker, right? Okay, now I've never tried to take my Travis Scott like rope laces out, so I don't know how much of a pain it is to get them in and out of the shoe. But here we are, we got a skinnier rope version, I guess, for an Air Force One all black joints. Overall, not a bad shoe. I guess right in time as we go into pretty much head into fall time, but at the same time, dog, it's kind of one of those, I don't know. Is Nike just trying to stretch the creativity and trying to, or are they just trying to appeal to all certain audience? It could be, it could be, right? You decide. But to me personally, overall though, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. But at the same time, if it didn't exist, I probably wouldn't think to want to do this, because this is like something you could probably do with a pair of old Air Force Ones you already got, because as they get older and stuff like this kind of tends to happen already. Now, I guess you can't count like I guess you can screw on the Nike swooshes, but I mean, that's up to you if you really want to do that or not, right? And I'm not even sure if they're actually screw off. They just look like they screw in, right? Okay. But overall though, I'll say dope shoe, but for me personally, for the kid, these will be a skip. Not a bad shoe, but if they didn't exist, I wouldn't write home about them, right? Okay, so overall for the kid, these will be a skip, but I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section, and will you be going after these on September 2nd, retailing at $130? And of course, let me know if you think they're drip or skip. Alright, man, I'm going to get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.